Okay, this is Rick 45 News Utah. We're going to do a quick update. I'm going to just run through what's happening happening with the British and what happened with the United States and what happened with Russia and Ukraine. So let's do a quick breakdown of this. Very tired. I just did a long video for YouTube, much more intense. Don't want to scare you guys. But besides what's happening and all this smoke and mirrors, the bobbleheads bobbling, money thrown everywhere, we all know about that. Just fake. Massive drought, 1,000-year drought happening. We're huge drought we're in. Construction should be halted. Everything should be organized. Food should be a priority, growing food. Just saying. We need to stop this. We need to stop this now. Anyway, on to what's happening with the U.S. and Russia. So whichever side you're on, I understand. People, Russia. I understand. Russia did this, Russia did that, Russia did that. I understand. Gotcha. Biden came out and said if there's possibility, there's evidence showing possible interference election. There's evidence possible hacking our wind turbines. Could have been somebody in Russia. If it might be the Kremlin, we don't really know. Still there. No bounties that were put on U.S. heads. It was shoddy garbage intelligence. No backing to it. That was ran with Russia. Okay, so 6 days ago, apparently, I just seen that today. Well, I know, but it was happening. The U.S. was going to send some warships into the Black Sea, and they're going to go through Istanbul and into the Black Sea. Now, Russia said, no, you're not. So they annexed Crimea. They're talking about their international waters. Former Soviet, they're returning back to this former Soviet era waters that they had before. Meanwhile, the U.S. is massing 30 some odd with NATO, 30,000 troops in Ukraine, tanks, anti-ship missiles, all kinds of neat stuff. The Russians have massed 150,000 personnel, equipment, tons and tons of equipment. I imagine S-700, F-500s, F-400s. Well, the 5s and 4s are being mentioned. They can knock anything out of the air. We're going to have the more advanced MiGs there, too. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. They're new helicopters. NATO's doing drills there on the border of Russia, on their doorstep. Russia is amassing their people inside their border. Just remember that. Inside their border. They have every right to do that. Not being a sympathizer of Russia, because there is no sympathizing when the world can face thermonuclear war. It has nothing to do with that. So, the U.S. and Biden was going to send in destroyers or warships into the Black Sea. 6 days ago, he told them to turn around. It's not uncommon, said the defense people. Not uncommon at all for that to happen. They turned around. Generals are saying, we're not in great shape. Our thermonuclear triad system is not in great shape. Our Minuteman III missiles are 20 years plus old, outdated. Our submarines do have some advancements to our missiles, yes, but our land-based missiles are no. And our bombers don't carry the nukes anymore. So we have our B-52s that should be standing by with nuclear warheads armed and ready right now. But remember the S-4 and S-500s. They can knock anything out of the air. And remember, the Russians have supersonic glider missiles called Satan II. It's a missile system that once it reaches the atmosphere, it releases 15 supersonic glider missiles and be here in less than 30 minutes. There's absolutely nothing anybody can do to stop them. 15 thermonuclear warheads released at once. That's one delivery system. Okay, so let's get that out of it. Election, meddling, no real proof. It was coming from the Kremlin. I mean, if that comes out, hey, sanction them. It's great. Call Putin, hey, you're a jerk. Just like your 17th year in office, you're a total jerk. Russia does not have a real advanced society, guys. I don't think anybody's paying attention to this. Russia is not moving in, buying up oil wells or gold mines or Hollywood. That is China. That's China. Okay. Which, by the way, right now we're having a standoff with China in the South Chinese Sea with their Navy and our Navy facing off. And they have ship killer missiles. They're called carrier killers. Okay? Take out the U.S. carriers like that. Our systems are not advanced, admitted by a general today on national news. Okay? Minuteman systems not. Russia is saying that the possibility of thermonuclear war is very imminent. I guess across the board, everybody's saying there's a possibility of thermonuclear war. Just not to be a fear factor guy. Because there is a possibility. So the U.S. ships turned around and said, uh-oh. They ejected our ambassador back to the United States, and the Russians told, and Putin said, go have counsel with Joe. Go to talk to him. Okay? Get out. 10 people there got thrown out. 10 of ours got thrown out. Tit for tat. Joe, beginning of his presidency, said the Russians will pay very soon. They're going to know what it's like for hacking elections, our wind turbine systems, blah, 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 which he came out later in a conference and said there's strong evidence of this happening. But there's no real evidence. Nobody said anything. We have proven factual evidence. Well, proof factual evidence. You don't accuse another country of doing something unless you have factual evidence, and it doesn't matter. It has to come from the Kremlin. If the government, Vladimir Putin's government, hacked our elections, yes, they received the polling numbers. That's not worth an attack. We don't know what happened, what Biden did to show them what an attack he was going to do on them. Remember them talking about that a while ago? He's going to retaliate back for this attack, and they'll know very soon. What happened? I'm just telling everybody what happened. I'm not being rude or nothing. I just want to know what happened. Where did it go? Where did that attack? Did we win? Did we show the Russians once and for all not to meddle in our election? Did we show them once and for all that no matter who hacked our systems, that they will never do it themselves? Zero. You want to know why? Because it's classified information. All that stuff you have no right to know about. Neither will any of this stuff that's happening here. You know right now there's 20,000 NATO troops plus armaments, and there is a buildup of Russian military on their border inside their country, which is just like building up if Russia and China's doing war games in Mexico or Canada. Hey, Mexico's a free nation. It's one of the worst war-torn countries on planet Earth is Mexico. Okay, just telling you guys, drug wars everywhere. Horrible. Worse than Afghanistan. Do you think you know the truth? No, I think when these ships got turned around, just my opinion, I think that there was a little more to the story than what we've been being told. Vladimir Putin today came out and said, if you think our intentions are of weakness, we're still extending the fact we want to work with other countries. But any interference now is going to be retaliated with something that the modern world is not, recent times has not seen. That's basically a thermonuclear war. Problem with that is nobody has the ability to defend themselves against a Satan II missile. There is no Captain America. Doesn't exist. Wolverine, the Green, here comes, the Incredible Hulk. No, that's all fake. What isn't fake is the delivery systems. And as we speak, the British fleet is setting off, I guess, off the Black Sea, out of the Black Sea, not in the Black Sea. They're sending a couple ships, 3 ships or 4 ships up in to the Black Sea, and they're going to go up in through what was it? Istanbul, get through there, they go into the Black Sea. Now they're headed right for Crimea, through the straits there that we've been told not to go through. That last time Obama did the exact same thing, and the 2 ships were coming out of there, and they got turned around and arrested by the Russians. Now, if you want to fight over the fact that we can't push warships through a little strait that goes into past Crimea and right up into Ukraine, go for it. Go over there and karate chop them and you show them, people, because if they want that little strait, that's not any business of mine, or really should be any business of yours, because you're not the world's police anymore. We lost $14 trillion in the Middle East in wars. Millions of people, 1 million people died. And we are an economy teetering on the edge, completely bankrupt. And all the lives that were lost, the American soldiers were lost, and the people damaged from that damn place. For Raytheon and every other country to make their money, or company to make money building a building and blowing it back up. It's not anti-American, that's just anti-corruption. Okay, so the Brits go all the way through. Let's say they hit that strait right there in Crimean waters, and they decide to go forward. And the Russian submarines, by the way, this entire area has been blocked off till October by the Russians. Nobody, warships or state ships, are allowed anywhere near these areas, including Russian waters in the Black Sea. They made the demand. It's not up to us to go push it and say, you're going to get war over this. It's not our business. It's not our business. But the Brits, they're suffering from the loss of one of their royal family, whatever his name was. I don't really care, Charles, or was it Charles? It was whatever his name. He's passed. So now they're suffering. So now the Brits are steaming ahead to go make this push through, to go to the 20 or 30,000, if that's actually the truth, troops, NATO troops massed on the border or in Ukraine. And the Russians are saying, don't do it. The Chinese are saying, don't do it. Chinese are claiming the South China Sea, and we are already in that conflict right now as we speak. And the Russians are saying, if don't take any air stuff or any of our extending, that we want to work with everybody and stop the madness as a sign of weakness. Unless you guys have a better idea and think that this is worth a thermonuclear war, or the possibility, which right now there is a possibility. This isn't a joke. This is the first time either. But right now these people need to stop. Okay, we need to stop this. That is what matters. That is what really matters. And I don't want to scare people, but you need to know the facts. The facts are the British, if they don't stop their stupid, insane show of force, the United States, Germany, possibly France, and Canada, and a few other allies are going to be entangled possibly in a thermonuclear war that will take 30 minutes to end. And believe me, the next war will be fought with sticks and stones if there's a human population alive after we launch enough nuclear warheads to destroy the world 100 times over. Welcome to the 1980s, guys. We're back in that situation due to reckless rhetoric. Reckless. Now, if you want them to pay, you can go pack yourself up, put yourself in a bag or a box, ship yourself to Russia and go beat them up. Take their vodka. Get angry. They're a backwards country. Completely backwards, But the problem is they're very, very well armed. And I'd say in a nutshell, more than us, because we have not been paying attention to our thermonuclear contingent, why they have been completely advancing theirs and bringing new technologies to the forefront, not just dreamed up in 30 years. We're talking now. So that's my news for today. News for the day. This is the most important thing. This is the most important thing. Power grids, maybe, vaccinating everybody. Cool. We're still bringing up U.S. Capitol Police officer allegedly told units to only monitor for anti-Trump protesters on January 6th. Very important. CNN. Where's the truth, CNN? Where's that? See, they won't tell you the truth. They won't tell you the truth. Yeah. Nothing. Just baiting. It's all bait. It's all bait. Clickbait. Bait. No, nothing. Sorry, guys. I try to be like, you try to be happy. You try to be, I'm going to bring the news, and then you're back in 2014, 2.0. 2.0. Yep. Nope, don't care. Don't care. Where's the British warships heading towards the Black Sea, and Putin saying, well, you want war, you're going to get it. I don't see it. You want to know why I don't see it? Get truthful to you guys. Because the fake fiat U.S. economy is completely false. It's gone. Poof. Even if we pull this thing off through printing off $2 trillion, it's never going to return. Why? Because we have accrued such a debt. It's overwhelming. It's the dollar has become just a fiat. 1% of the actual paper and coin is on the market. 1%. Even if we switch to a digital currency, it's still not going to make a difference. The United States is losing its global standing as a global currency. Losing. And Russia and China is stepping right in. They're already planning on, build the Silk Road and build, and their money's backed by gold. While the United States was throwing money in Afghanistan where empires go to die, we were dealing with this bull crap. Russia and China's been buying mass amounts of gold, mining mass amounts of gold. Okay, taking gold. Why would that be? Because in the end, when the US dollar's completely lost all its gas, which is coming very quick, by the way, they're just going to swoop in and become the dominant nations. And then it won't matter anymore, because then the debt comes to roost and people find out that their dollar, they might as well have a shopping cart full of it, because that's what's going to buy you a roll of toilet paper, just like Venezuela. And the only thing we have left is our military, which we spend $50 billion a day. You guys just spent $1.9 trillion and $1 trillion before that on a Heroes Act that had absolutely nothing with heroes. We spent $14 trillion in the Middle Eastern wars, including shoving a knife up Gaddafi's rear end. We've displaced leaders. We've caused revolution. We've done a lot of rotten things. We've buried a lot of great soldiers, men and women. We've just, the mental issues and the suicides by our vets, it's sickening. It's been sickening. For what? What do we do this all for? Weapons of mass destruction? Throwing babies at incubators? It wasn't true. Mentioned by these guys, by the way, CNN. They're the ones that said it. Right there, babies they went in there to Kuwait and threw babies out of the incubators. Talk about false news. Well, this time the baby's being thrown out of incubators, and they've never obtained, except by the Iran and Iraq war, Rumsfeld and Cheney, weapons of mass destruction that Iraq had prior to the Iraq war with us, back when they were fighting Iran and the Russians. These babies being thrown out of incubators is Ukraine and Russian aggression. Russian aggression. But this time, this isn't some desert commander that has a massive, 1980 tanks and subpar MiGs and, not as advanced as our Abrams and our artillery and we're, equipment. And this is Russia, the bear that cannot be conquered. And Napoleon learned that. Hitler learned that. Even if Russia did enough for us to want to go to war with them, there is absolutely no way, not then, not now, that the United States and its allies could win Russia in a ground war, let alone a thermonuclear war. And if it turns thermonuclear, who cares? Who cares? Do you care? Because the Earth's uninhabitable. Doesn't matter you're hiding in New Zealand or you're down in Australia, New Zealand, you think you're going to be safe there. Got news for you. Trade winds. Doesn't matter. It's going to hit you anyways. And you can suck all the iodine you want down. There will be maybe inhabitable spots, but the problem is, once you cause that much damage to the Earth's rotation with that many warheads going off in every nuclear warhead in the Russians' arsenal, which, by the way, we still buy their Soviet-era delivery systems to get our people into space when all the Soviet stuff goes. After the Satan IIs are launched, we have 30 minutes to launch our triad system. And who cares at that point? The Earth's going to be black. There'll be no more power. Even if you do live, the sewers are going to back up. And then think about all the nuclear power plants we love so much. Because they're going to start melting down. Think Chernobyl is bad? Yeah. Yeah, there won't be a place left. You go in the ocean, you're still going to get a look what happened when Fukushima hit. Doesn't matter. You live in the ocean. You eat the fish and die from radiation. Doesn't matter. Fly to the moon. Well, good luck with that. Because there's probably a station up there. Oh, there's other planets in the solar system that we can go to eventually, like Battlestar Galactica. We leave this planet and run to that other planet because we blow this up in a nuclear war. because they stole all the money, and the corrupt elite are taking every bit of wealth from everybody, getting everybody sick, whatever, making money off medications and everything else, stealing the wealth of the entire world for their benefit. The richest men in the world are just sucking it up. Conglomerations, hedge funds, Soros, and all the others. And it ain't going to do them anything, because their life is going to be spent in a bunker. And when they come out, it's not going to be what they think. The earth is not going to just allow these cretins to crawl out of their little bunkers after they destroy the entire world. It's not going to happen, guys. That's not how the earth works. If there is surviving humans, they'll probably be in a cave somewhere, and I really doubt that's ever going to be the case. The world will be bathed in fire, and you know that's the way it is. Christ will come in a cloud, like they said. It's a no-brainer. It comes in a cloud. Second coming, Lamb of God. Scorched earth, guys. Scorched earth. Hopefully, this gets to somebody. If you have an opinion, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Show me that this ain't going to happen. Prove to me that you have a crystal ball that'll show me the future. Because it doesn't matter what you think or say. If you have a crystal ball, you better be thinking about trying to stop this. Have a great night. Thanks for watching 45 News Utah. Hope you guys have an awesome time. And love y'all. You know, remember, one, just like the HU band, the Who, or Hua, our relatives from Mongolia try to unite us. And just hope that this is all a facade and nothing ever happens. Because believe me, nature can take us out fast as that can. Have a great night.